Brother Jeff Johnson. As they are coming forward, I will read to you what the yearbook says, because I know all of you will not have a yearbook, but I do want you to know what the tribute is. First of all, we had his mother and his father to write what he meant to them. His mother said, from a very young age, Jeff was all boy and a ball of energy, and he remained that way his entire life. He had a way of motivating us all, whether out of fear or in an effort to keep him busy. We all had to be on our toes. Jeff was always going somewhere in life. You could choose to go with him, but no matter what, he was called to accomplish great things. The Bible says, a wise son maketh a glad father, and a good name is rather to be chosen than great riches. Jeff, in his short life, truly exemplified these truths. And then his father, Brother Kyle, said, I asked God to give me a son, but he gave me much more than I asked for. A visiting buddy since the age of 5, and someone who made sure there was never a dull moment when he was around. Once he tried to take apart a clock I brought back from the service in Germany, but he could never get the parts back where they belonged. School was somewhat of a challenge, needless to say, but not because of grades. He was my golf buddy and Evel Knievel jumping ramps and doing wheelies with his bike. He always kept Tar and Gina on the run. Anything I needed around the house, he was there for me. He loved his dad, and I loved him. He was my favorite preacher, and he certainly honored his parents. His wife, Stephanie, wrote, on July 13th, 1990, I married my sweetheart, and Jeff Johnson became my rock. Reflecting on my rock, I saw him passionately live Ecclesiastes 9:10. Whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, do it with thy might. Strong, steady, and dependable. He was committed to whatever was at hand. Jeff truly was my best friend, whom I shared with many other people, because he loved serving and helping other people. He loved life and his family deeply, and his favorite place was home. Thankfully, because my rock trusted in the rock, we will meet again. His daughter Lauren wrote, from the time I entered the world, my first word being Dada, I was Daddy's girl. Sorry, Mom. Thinking about my dad, I remember all the amazing roles he played in my life. He was my hero, my teacher, my friend, my pastor, my counselor, and so much more. The most important thing he taught me was how to have a relationship with God and how to live my life for others. And then his son, Micah. Being the son of Jeff Johnson was not always easy, but that's because he had high expectations and wanted me to do the best that I could be. Whether it was a big job or a simple task, he taught me to give it 100%. Thank you for always teaching me the right way. I love you, Dad. And then Brother Jeff headed up our Spanish ministry and our Reformers Unanimous. And Miss Tar and Miss Gina worked with him side by side, and this is what they said. Jeff spent the last 28 years of his life serving the Hispanic community and ministering to them every single day. He witnessed to them, won them to Christ, visited them in their homes, comforted them in the hospital when they were sick, and consoled their hurting hearts when a loved one passed away. Jeff was their pastor, friend, confidant, translator, counselor, consoler, and so much more. And then for the RU ministry, every week Jeff called, visited, mailed postcards, and counseled the precious people of the RU ministry. Jeff dedicated his entire life to reaching groups of people that some in society would consider to be less fortunate or down and out. And then Tar and Gina finished off the tribute. Jeff returned home from Hyles-Anderson College in 1990, and Brother Bobby asked him if he would be willing to start a Spanish ministry at Gospel Light Baptist Church. They started out in the home ec room with just a small handful of people. Soon they were growing so fast that they had to move to the band room, and not long after, to the old white building where Gospel Light Baptist Church started out. It wasn't long until it was packed, and they needed more room. That is when they moved to where they are now on Walltown Street. Jeff truly loved the Hispanic community. Jeff also started the Performers Unanimous program at Gospel Light Baptist Church in May of 2005 with about 10 people who were mostly workers in the program. The RU ministry started out in one of the gym classrooms. It wasn't long before they, too, outgrew the classroom and moved to the teen church. Soon after, Jeff saw the need to add a separate Spanish RU ministry. Both ministries grew rapidly under Jeff's leadership. Before long, Jeff had a burden to reach those that were incarcerated in the Forsyth County Detention Center, and the RU jail ministry was started. Over the past 14 years, countless lives have been transformed through Brother Jeff and this ministry. Several former RU students are now faithful members of Gospel Light Baptist Church and other local churches in our area. In reality, they were the most fortunate and blessed because of Brother Jeff and the Lord that he served every single day. And tonight I would like to present each member of the family with the 2019 yearbook. Now I would like to ask the Johnson family they would remain standing up here for another presentation.
From 1981 to 1984, Jeff Johnson was a part of the high school athletic program at Gospel Light Christian School. After returning from college, he became an integral part of the coaching staff from 1991 to 2006. In those 16 years, Brother Jeff was either a coach or assistant coach for the JV soccer and JV basketball teams, and for varsity soccer, basketball, and baseball teams. With Brother Jeff as the assistant coach, the varsity baseball team won 4 championships between 1991 and 1995. As the head coach of the varsity soccer team, Brother Jeff led his team to win 5 championships between 1992 and 2006, with at least one undefeated year. Thank you, Brother Jeff, for helping us build our athletic program.
On September 10, 1977, Brother Jeff Johnson made his greatest decision of his life. He accepted Jesus Christ as his personal Savior, and for 41 years he served the Lord within the bus ministry, the Spanish ministry, and the Performers Unanimous. Thank you, Brother Jeff, for leaving behind a faithful legacy for others to follow. Tonight, the graduating class of 2019 would like to honor the memory of Brother Jeff Johnson. Every year, a junior or senior boy will receive the Christian Athlete Award. From this night forward, the award will be named the Jeff Johnson Christian Athlete Award. And we trust that those who are so honored will do all they can to honor Brother Jeff's memory. This plaque will be displayed in the gym with the names of the recipients of this award. And now, Brother Tim Hicks will come forward to present the first Jeff Johnson Christian Athlete Award.
Well, the Christian Athlete Award is a high honor in our school. The requirements are, of course, to play at least 2 sports a year and have good academic standing, and then it's voted on by the faculty, staff of Gospel Light Christian School. Like you said, this will now be known as the Jeff Johnson Christian Athlete Award. This plaque will hang in the gym beside Brother Bob's suit that was retired recently. And the first 2 recipients of the Jeff Johnson Christian Athlete Award. The first one is Luke Rogers. And the next recipient, ironically, is Ms. Paris Miller. So let's give all this family a round of applause and let them know how much we all love them. And,